Today I have an interesting woodworking challenge for you. Suppose you have a piece like this that is 12 feet long and it's made of North American hickory. It's both a hardwood, it is expensive, it's a rare piece, and it's a one-off. What you are supposed to do is to put a bullnose corner over here. Now, immediately what comes to mind is use one of these, put it up here, and the router bit with a ball bearing. But if you really think about it, you don't have too much room here to put your trim router on. It's top heavy, can easily be knocked over, so that's not going to work. Now you can't really use a router table either, because then you would have to put this at the bottom, and as you can see there's not enough room. Making that cut is really difficult and tricky. Well, I'm going to show you how to make this cut using the Katya Ironworks Hovercraft Mk-II router base, and it's extremely easy. Okay, so the first thing we would like to do is to decide what kind of radius we want, and I would like to make a 15mm radius. So what I did is I set my center bolt to 18.175mm from the cutter. Now why 18.175 and not 15mm? Because I don't want to be setting my radius from the center of my tool. I would like to be setting it from the edge of my tool. And since I have a 1/4" tool and the radius of that is 3.175mm, hence 18.175mm. Now this is very easy to set on the Hovercraft Mk-II. We have these diamond-engraved scales here, so you can just read from the scale when you're setting it up. Okay. Let's put this aside for a second. The next thing you want to do is to get a piece of scrap wood like this and plane it to 3/8 of an inch thick. Okay. Now, if you have the Katya Ironworks DRO of your planer, you will find this job extremely easy to do, which is what I did. And then you're going to drill a 3/8 hole here that is 15mm from each side. As such, when it engages with the router base here, you can see at the beginning and the end of the cut, the edge of your tool stays on the outside of the wood. Now the last thing you want to do is to put a piece of woodworking tape on this. This is called CNC router tape, woodworking tape. It's a type of double stick tape that is designed to be easily removable from wood. That is going to hold our guide in place while we are making the cut. Now it is important so that the guide and the workpiece are lined up perfectly. I made this little contraption here. You don't have to have one of these. You can use anything you want. This just makes it easier. And to press that down. Really nice. Making sure that it's not going to move. While you are working. Alright. The next thing I recommend you do is to loosen this bolt here a little bit, so that when you close your clamp and turn your Z height ring, you will be able to move the cutter up and down with some resistance. That still keeps it in position, but it allows you to move it without having a play here, which would affect your cut. Okay. I'll go ahead and retract it all the way up. And just like that, we are ready to make our cut. Now normally we would have this beautifully machined dust extraction piece over here. I'm taking it off just so that it makes it easier to see how the cut works out. I'm going to take the router, make sure it's clamped, and place it right here, line it up with the workpiece, and we are going to do 90 degrees back and forth. I recommend when you are making these cuts, you go a 1/4 inch deep at a time, which in the DeWalt planer, it's half a turn of this ring. I'm sorry, on the DeWalt trim router, it's half a turn of this ring. That's a good starting point. Let's go give it a shot, see how that turns out. Done. Now, would you look at that? 15 millimeters. Easy peasy. If you have a putty knife like this handy, makes it easy to remove. And this piece is reusable. You don't have to throw it away. If you have more cuts to make like this, you can reuse it. You don't need this. You don't need this. You only need this.